Hello everybody, my name is Draikonz, and today I am recording a video where, well, where I'm gonna be discovering what my Pokemon type is. So this video is based on a video that another YouTuber made, a French YouTuber. His name is Fildrong. Well, I guess I'll leave the link to his channel in the description, so if you speak French, you can go watch him. He makes a lot of Pokemon videos, a lot of Let's Plays, and recently I've seen a video of him taking this quiz. Now, the quiz is in French, but if you have, well, a software to translate everything, or if you know French yourself, then you can take the quiz. Basically, it's a quiz based on a personality test, right? Because most quiz online that, well, if I were to go online and search for a Pokemon quiz, then it would be something, well, amongst which of these Pokemon do you like, and in the end it would give you a type according to what you like. But, you know, it's, I mean, it can be fun to play, but it's not really that conclusive. So, Fildrong, or Fildrong, I guess we can call him in English. Well, whatever you want to call him, he discovered this test. This is a test based on, well, on a personality test, basically. And I found it really interesting. He took the quiz, I watched his video, and it looked really, really nice. So I thought, why not do this myself? So every question here, there's quite a few. Not too many, but you know, just enough. And we're gonna go through each and every question, and I'm gonna translate those questions to you guys, so you can understand what the question is. And so, if you want to take the quiz for yourself and don't have a translation software or don't understand French, then you'll be able to understand it based on, well, on my take on it. So, quel serait votre type de Pokémon? Obviously, which Pokemon type will be yours? Or what will be your Pokemon type? Yeah, it basically asks, it's the question, right? What type are we gonna be? Ce test a pour but de vous attribuer un ou deux types de Pokémon parmi les 18 types. So this test is gonna give you one or two type of Pokemon amongst the 18 types. Which means once you finish this test, you will either be a monotype or a dual type. So, the big question. Si j'étais un Pokémon, if I was a Pokémon, and you have those, the categories, we have jamais, never, rarement, rarely, parfois, sometimes, souvent, most of the time, and toujours, always. So yeah, never, rarely, sometimes, most of the time, always. So, with that being said, let's jump to the first question. So, j'utiliserai mes capacités pour apaiser les souffrances des autres. I would use my capacities to relieve others of pain. Right, I would use my attacks, like if I had Heal Bell, I would use it. And if I was a Pokemon and I had the ability to relieve the pain of others, yeah, I would. And that's a sad thing about me. It's that I try to help others way too much. Oh wait, although I wouldn't do it for... it's actually tough. Because I try to help my friends and those I like most of the time, and I think I always do. But if it's a complete stranger, then I might not help him because I don't know him. Unless if it's regarding a pain that he has. Like, if he's suffering, then yes, I will help him 100%. But if it's like, can you help me move these boxes? I might be too shy. But if it's to relieve the pain, then yeah, I would do it 1000%. So, je serais imbattable. I would be unbeatable. No, I would not be unbeatable. Like, I would try to be the best. That's the thing, right? That's the thing with Pokemon. We all want to be the best. I would try to be. But, I mean, sometimes, I guess. I would be unbeatable sometimes. Depends on the matchup, you know? Like, sometimes you have a good matchup, and sometimes you have a really bad matchup. But I would be unbeatable. I would go with the rarely. Because you can never be unbeatable. It's just like with Faker in League of Legends. He is considered the best player in League of Legends, but he has lost tournaments. He has lost stuff. Nobody's perfect. Oh yeah. J'aiderai mes proches sans même qu'il ou elle me le demande. So, I would help those close to me even without them asking. Well, even without them asking me to do so. Yeah, a lot of the time. Although, well, yeah, actually, yeah. I would love to go in always, but I'm quite shy. I'm quite introverted. And sometimes, even though I wanna help, it's gonna be, oh yeah, I'm gonna help, and I want to help, but sometimes they will be faster than me to do so. So yeah. All right. Je parcourrai la terre entière. So, I would visit the whole Earth, basically. I would travel everywhere. No, not really. I'm not a fan of traveling, actually. Like, I'm good where I am. I feel great where I am. I don't feel the need to travel. Next question. Je veillerai au bien-être des autres Pokémon et des humains. So, I would make sure that every Pokemon and human would feel good, I guess. Bien-être. It's like I would make sure that everyone is safe. I would make sure that everyone is living a happy life. I would make sure that everyone has a good health. I would make sure that they are feeling okay, emotionally and mentally. It's the whole, you know. I don't have a word that comes to my mind right now. When I did the video, I might add something here when I think about it. But right now, there's nothing. I have nothing. Actually, in post-prod, I could just write the translation on top of the questions as I read them. That would be good for you. Oh yeah. So I would make sure that everyone is safe and happy and everything. Yeah. I would say most of the time, yeah. J'aurai un coup d'avance sur mes adversaires pour l'emporter. So, actually, oh, calculateur. Right, okay. Okay, yeah. So basically, I would analyze my foes to plan in advance in order to win against them. Not really. I'm not someone that plans ahead a lot of the time. I'm someone that goes with the flow, actually. I like to plan in advance for some stuff, but in a fight, I like to go based on instinct. So, I would analyze and everything. Sometimes, actually. Je saurais garder mon calme si un combat tourne mal. So I'd be able to keep my calm if a fight turns for the worst. Yeah. Yeah, I always keep my calm in Pokemon battles. Well, except sometimes on stream where you could see that I was but you know, that's me overreacting just because I think it's funny. Although actually there are some times where well, there are some times when my Pokemon drops to 3 HP and then I troll, but no, not in Pokemon. Je ferai tout pour que les autres Pokémon de l'équipe se sentent à l'aise avec moi. So I would do everything to make sure that every Pokemon of the team would feel at ease with me. Yeah, of course. Always. I don't like it when people are stressed around me. So I always try to joke, to ease the tension and everything like that. Oh yeah. Je risquerais souvent de perdre le contrôle de mes pouvoirs sous la colère. So I would risk to often lose control of my powers when I'm angry. Oh god. Bien-être, well-being. That's the word I was looking for. Anyway. Yeah, so I would often risk to lose control of my powers when I'm angry. Rarely, actually. Je rêverais de participer à des tournois. So I would dream of participating in tournaments. I'm actually indecisive about this one. I actually don't know. Although, not really. Because I don't like participating in tournaments for gaming as that much, so probably not. Unless if my friends participated. Je préférerais suivre les instructions de mon dresseur ou de ma dresseuse plutôt que d'essayer de gérer tout seul. So I would prefer following my trainer's instructions instead of trying to do everything myself. Not really. That's the problem with us Canadians. Most Canadians that I know are like me. They wouldn't listen they would try to do everything themselves. That's quite funny. Mes attaques viseraient à faire souffrir mes adversaires. So my attacks would be used to make enemies suffer. Well, no, not enemies, opponents suffer. Like, every attack that I made would specifically be targeted to make them suffer. No. Never, obviously. I would never, like, when I fight, I wouldn't try to make opponents suffer. It's a game. We have to be good. We are all human beings. So, je serais insolent et provocateur envers les humains. So I would be insolent and crap, forgot the word. Provocateur. Provocateur. You know, crap. Okay, so I would be insolent and I would taunt human beings, basically. Un provocateur, that's someone who taunts others. You provoke them. So I would be insolent and I would provoke humans. Taunt them. No. Oh, wait. Although... okay, but I have troll phases. Sometimes I like to troll people. I never do it by being mean. I'm not looking to be mean, I'm looking to be funny. Je n'aurais pas de mal à utiliser mes capacités pour me sortir d'affaires. So basically, it would be easy for me to use my abilities to get me out of trouble. Or to simply accomplish a task, you know, like I would do everything in my power to accomplish a task. Yeah. Again, this is something with Canadians. We all try to do everything ourselves. J'adorerais travailler au centre Pokémon pour aider les autres. So I would love to work to the Pokémon Center in order to help others. No. And that's the thing, right guys? That's the thing. And that's the work part. That's the work thingy. I love helping others, but it has to come from me. I wouldn't like to be forced to help, like working, for example. Although I don't really have any problem with working. Let's put it there. Je ne voudrais faire équipe qu'avec les meilleurs Pokémon possibles. So I would only accept to have the best... Well, I would only accept to join a team composed of only the best Pokémons. No. Obviously not. I often have played Pokemon games where I've had low tier Pokemons, and I still kept them until the end of the game because those are Pokemons that I simply like. I simply like the Pokemons, so I'm keeping them. Je resterai sensible aux souffrances des humains et des autres Pokémon. Oh, empathic. Okay, right, so empathy. So, yeah, right. So basically, it would trouble me seeing other humans and other Pokemons suffer. Like, I would be moved by their suffering, basically. Yeah, I have empathy. And sometimes I do end up like being moved by them. C'est moi qui mettrais de l'ambiance dans mon équipe. Right. So I would be the one to bring the ambience into the team, right? Basically, you would be the entertainer of the team. Not really. Well, sometimes actually. It depends. If it's people I don't know, well, it depends. I happened to do it on multiple occasions, but not always. It's weird. Je ne tiendrais pas en place enfermé dans une Pokéball. So, I wouldn't be able to stay in place if I was in a Pokéball. basically like Pikachu in the anime. Pikachu refuses to be in his Pokeball. That's basically it, and um I hate doing nothing. I hate doing nothing. I always try to do something. Oh yeah, I agree. J'utiliserai mes capacités pour faire des farces aux autres. So I would use my abilities to prank others. I'm a troll sometimes. Often. Oh yeah. En combat, j'aurais un rôle bien défini. So in a fight, I would have a well-defined role. Functional. In a fight, I would have a defined role. Not really, actually. Like, sometimes, yeah, I guess. But I'm not a one-trick pony. I can be used in multiple situations. J'exprimerai ce que je pense, même si ça déplaît. So, basically, I would express what I really think, even if it displeases others. Yeah, honesty. But you can see I put it on well, on often, and that's because I can read the room. Like if it's not the best place to say it, then I probably won't say it. But once the time comes, I will say it. Oh wait, actually. Yeah, no, I'm actually happy with this decision. Alright. So, je cacherai mes émotions, que je gagne ou que je perde. So I would hide my emotions even if I win or lose. Sometimes. Or no, I'm actually bad at hiding emotions. I try not to show them, but I think I'm bad at it. Je ne tricherai pas lors d'un tournoi, même si ça me coûte la victoire. So, I would never cheat during a tournament, even if it would cost me my victory. And yeah, winners don't cheat. And well, not only winners, everybody shouldn't cheat. Period. And I don't cheat. Like really, I've never cheated actually. Je ne montrerai aucune émotion. So I would never show emotion. Again, I'm bad at it. Je déchaînerai la puissance de mes attaques même si mon adversaire est faible. So basically, impitoyable. Okay. So the question can be seen in two ways. The question is basically, I would unleash the full power of my attacks even if my opponent is weak. There's two ways to look at this question, right? The first way is that, well, the first way is you would see that someone is weak, but you would still just try to destroy him, right? So being a bad person. But there's also, like, I would always unleash my full power even if someone is weak, right? Like, the first way to look at the question is, well, you're like, you act like a bad person, but the other way around is, like, the second way you can look at it is by being someone that respects your opponent. Because, well, if you respect your opponent, if you want to show respect, you have to unleash your full power as to not disrespect him. And that's how I'm gonna view the question, because yeah, even if someone... Oh, wait, actually. No, actually, yeah. No, when I was younger, when I was playing Smash Bros, I would always win. And so well, back then, I was much nicer as I am right now. And I would try to nerf myself just so people would want to play with me. But today, I don't do that anymore. I always play at my best. And I troll. I also troll because I think it's funny, but when I play seriously, I always play at my best. I don't want to disrespect my opponent. J'ignorerais mon dresseur et ma dresseuse et me battrais à la moindre provocation. So I would ignore my trainer and would fight at the like I would fight when provoked. So I would ignore my trainer and would fight when I'm provoked, but like at the least, at the smallest provocation. So, yeah, right. So being impulsive, basically. No. I'm actually resistant. I've been bullied a lot, and it just stopped working. What can I say? Je n'aurais pas besoin d'être entouré pour être heureux. So I could be happy. So I can be happy without being surrounded by people. Yeah. I don't have a lot of friends. And I don't often do stuff with them. And I'm still happy. So yeah. Les autres Pokémon de l'équipe écouteraient mes instructions et mes encouragements avant les combats. So every Pokémon of the team would listen to my instructions and my encouragements before battles. Sometimes, yeah. Je saurais utiliser le terrain et mes capacités de façon inhabituelle pour sortir des situations compliquées. So I would use the battlefield and my abilities in unconventional ways to get out of complicated situations. It would be right. Engineer. So basically thinking outside the box. And yeah, I agree. Je combattrais d'autres Pokémon sans me soucier de leur souffrance. So I would fight other Pokémons without considering if they are suffering or stuff like that. So yeah, so being insensible. Insensible? I don't know if that's a word, but yeah. So, no. Obviously not. Je vivrais au jour le jour sans me soucier des prochains combats. So basically, I would live with the flow without worrying about the next battles. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Je laisserais mon instinct me guider au fil des combats pour gagner. So basically, I would fight following my instinct. I would let my instinct guide me. Yeah. Always. Je connaîtrais par cœur les faiblesses et les résistances de mes ennemis. So I would know my the weaknesses and the resistances of my enemies by heart. Yeah. I know my... Actually... Intellectual. Right. So... that's an easy always for me because I know my... Well, I know my type chart. By heart. So yeah. Ça ne me ferait pas peur de me battre sur terre, dans la mer ou dans les airs. So it wouldn't scare me to fight in any situation, basically. Be it on the ground, in the ocean, or basically in the air. In the air. Yeah, actually. Yeah, always actually. I wouldn't mind fighting on any battlefield. Je vivrais sûrement une meilleure vie que ma triste vie d'humain. I would surely live a better life than my sad human life. No, I love my life. I wouldn't change this life for anything. Like, sure, I've been bullied, and things aren't always the best, but it can suck. But I still love this life. It's what makes us human, you know? So, en combat, j'appliquerai à la lettre la stratégie la plus efficace pour gagner. So, in combat, I would follow to the letter... Sorry. Let me try again. I yawned at the same time. So, in combat, I would follow to the letter the best strategy to win. The most efficient strategy to win. I would follow it by the book. Sometimes. Oh, although... Well, yeah, actually, yeah. Because I have seen strategies in, for example, Elden Ring and those stuff, and I follow them. But I also like to, well, to, you know, to follow my instincts, basically, to think on the fly. Je n'hésiterai pas à me faire capturer à la place d'un autre Pokémon si je juge que le dresseur ou la dresseuse est bon pour moi. So I wouldn't hesitate to get myself captured instead of another Pokemon if I judge that the trainer is good for me. I believe it's being opportunist, right? Right, opportunist. That's kind of a tough question. Actually, no, not really. Because if the trainer has made his choice, then I wouldn't want to, well, to take someone else's place, you know? Je me conformerai à la vie des Pokémon de mon espèce. Right, so basically I would live the exact same life as the Pokemon of my species. Right, being being basic, basically, being ordinary, being in the norm. No, not really. Alright, we're getting closer to the end. Je ne serais pas satisfait d'une victoire si elle est obtenue n'importe comment. Right, so I wouldn't be satisfied of a victory if it's obtained randomly, basically. Perfectionist. Yeah. I mean, you guys remember my collab with Xan on Phasmophobia? We ended up winning, but like our goal was to win with both of us surviving, and well, we ended stream after a bug occurred, and well, basically Xan, her game crashed, and her stream crashed as well. And this was the one game where we had the correct ghost type, and she crashed right before we could validate, and I'm still mad because I still consider that we haven't truly won. So yeah, and also I hate winning when I feel like it doesn't come from me. So, je veillerai sur mes coéquipiers, quitte à prendre des coups à leur place. Oh. Oh. Right, protector. So basically, I would make sure of the well-being of my teammates, and it goes as far as taking hits for them, basically. So being a protector, you know. Yeah, I'm always willing to just tank hits for others. Like, people in my chat, they can insult me whatever they want. Whenever they want, they can insult me, I don't mind. But you guys can never insult someone else. If it's someone that I know, or even someone in my chat, and you insult them, I will take their defense. But you can insult me, that I don't mind. Je saurais percevoir quand mon adversaire est plus fort que moi. So I would be able to see when my opponent is stronger than me. Right. Being realistic, yeah. Yeah, I'm realistic. Like, right now at my job, people tell me that I'm the best at something, and I don't really believe them. Because I know that there is always going to be someone stronger than you. There is always, guys, there's always going to be stronger, better than you at something. You're never going to be truly the best. You can push yourself to be the best, but you must always tell yourself that there's always someone better than you. Otherwise, you will never grow. So yeah. Il ne causerait pas de dommages inutiles en combat. Dans le cas contraire, j'en assumerai les conséquences. Right. 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 Responsible. So basically, I wouldn't cause any useless damage in a fight. And if it does happen, then I would assume the consequences. Always. The first part, I would make sure to not cause useless damage. But, you know, useless damage will happen. You will end up destroying something that you shouldn't have. But when you do, you gotta assume the consequences. You gotta be able to, you gotta be able to say that, yes, I assume it, yeah, it's my fault. I take full responsibility. Taking responsibility for your action, basically. And yes, I'm able to do this. So, en combat, je pourrais facilement encaisser des attaques. So, in a fight, I could easily tank attacks, basically. Robust. Yeah. Yeah, I can take a hit. I mean, that's why I'm still standing today. Je n'hésiterai pas à prendre mes adversaires par surprise pour l'emporter. Right, so I wouldn't hesitate to take opponents by surprise in order to win. Yeah. Right. Rusé, right. So, yeah, I mean, taking someone from behind and surprise them, yeah, that's part of the fight. Everything's part of the fight. You can't, like, people who get jumped at and are surprised and end up saying stuff like, oh, you don't deserve this victory, you took me by surprise. Yes, I do deserve the victory. It's your fault for not considering that I could do this. Everything's part of the fight. You can't go on the battlefield. Like, okay, people during the big battles, I'm not sure I can say that those terms on YouTube, but you know, the biggest battles in history that happened on Earth. There was never someone that ever said, "Oh wow, I'm gonna report you because you took me by surprise." No, they all used the tactics, different tactics to try to get the jump on someone. It's what makes a battle exciting. You use strategies. You try to surprise people. It's yeah. Everything is good to win something. Well, except, you know, as long as it doesn't, like, there's a line between taking your opponent by surprise and actively, like, going to their family and taking a hostage, right? There's a line, guys. There's a line. So, je préférerais faire ma vie toute seule plutôt que d'avoir un dresseur ou une dresseuse et une équipe. I would prefer to live alone instead of having a trainer and a team. Sometimes. I mean, I'm mostly introverted. I can live without anybody. Je m'intéresserais aux dieux Pokémon, so I would take interest in the Pokémon gods, like Arceus, spiritual, being spiritual. Sometimes. I mean, like, I'm not religious, but I take interest in those stuff because I find it interesting, like how those gods are perceived. I find it interesting. M'entraîner serait pour moi un vrai plaisir. So training would be fun for me, basically. Being sportive. Yeah, often. I love riding my bicycle. Like, when summer's gonna come back, I'll go to work with my bike. I enjoy it. Je ne laisserai pas les événements influencer mes émotions. So I wouldn't let the events influence my emotions. Right, being stable. Oh god, that's a hard one actually. Hmm. When I was younger, when I was way younger than what I am right now, it would have been a never, because I was really impulsive. But today, it's often that I wouldn't let events influence my emotion. Oh yeah, je prendrais du plaisir à élaborer des plans de jeu avant les combats. So I would find it fun to elaborate battle plans, basically, right? Like strategies. So being a strategist. Rarely. I go with the flow. Oh yeah. Je n'écouterai pas mon dresseur ou ma dresseuse si ses idées sont différentes des miennes. Aïe aïe aïe. Nope. No, no, no. So what it means is I wouldn't listen to my trainer if their ideas were different than mine. No, no, no. That's called being stubborn. Yeah, this is basically stubbornness. And no, I always listen to what people say. I always listen to their ideas. Even if I don't agree with them, I always hear them out first. Je serais trop timide pour participer à des tournois médiatisés. So I would be too shy to participate in live tournaments. Yeah, right, being shy basically. No, not really. Actually, no. Participating in tournaments, I don't mind. Like, the first time I ever participated in something like that, I was stressed. But after the first time, I was okay with the rest. With the following events, I was fine with them. Je m'entraînerais dur pour être à la hauteur des combats qui m'attendent. So I would train hard. Right, so I would train hard to be... God, how do I explain it? Okay, yeah. So I would train hard enough in order... Like, I would train hard in order to be at the right level for the fights that are coming. So I would make sure that I am good enough to participate in these combats, basically. So being a hard worker, like Rock Lee or Naruto, in Naruto, basically, you would train really hard in order to reach a level of power that is enough to participate in a fight. And yeah, always. J'aurai une bonne vision sur la tournure que prendront les combats à venir. J'aurai une bonne vision sur la tournure que prendront les combats à venir. Visionary. Right, so I would be able to see how an incoming battle is gonna play. Sometimes it depends, right? It's a weird question. Like, it depends. Like, sometimes you have a good idea about how it's gonna go. Sometimes you're like, oh, I don't know how this is gonna play out. Depends, right? So, who are you? I mean, I'm Draikonz, and who's your favorite Pokemon? So my favorite Pokemon is Charizard, but since this is a French test, Draikonz. Draikonz is Charizard, basically. Let's validate, guys. We are now at 50 minutes. Oh, that's gonna be a long video. Anyway, let's validate, guys. What's my type? I am... Oh. I'm a ground and fairy type. Vous vous percevez comme réaliste, franche et responsable, mais aussi empathique, dévoué et bienveillant. Alright. Alright, so what are my stats? So I am 72% ground, 68.2% fairy, 67.4% bug, the same percentage for normal, 65.9% psychic, 64.4% electric, 61.4% rock, 59.1% water, same percentage for grass, 56.1% flying, 53.8% fighting, 49.2% steel, same percentage for fire. My favorite type. My favorite type is beneath water. No. I'm sorry, guys. I lied. I lied to you all. From now on, I won't be a fire type dilemmas. I will be a ground and fairy one. Anyway, 43.2% ghost, 40.2% dark, 39.4% poison, 34.1% dragon, 31.8% ice. Huh. That's really interesting. But yeah, so that's basically the test. And for those of you who might want to take the test, I will leave the link to the website in the description. Now you gotta remember that this is a French website, but I will leave. I will translate the questions in production, and I will also leave the list of questions in the description, like with the translated versions. So the French and translated versions of the questions, if you guys want to answer them as well. Everything's gonna be translated, don't worry. But yeah, so if you like this video, you can, I guess, subscribe and like this video. That's what people ask, right? Yeah, I guess you can do that. Or don't. But yeah, so thank you everybody so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys later today for a stream. And even later for another YouTube video. So take care and live your lives to the fullest. Bye bye!